All right, welcome back. This is the Bariani Road Race. This is the 40 plus 123 combined with 30 plus 123. This is the last 5 miles of the race. There's four of us in the breakaway. Um, this guy on the screen right here, he's a 30 plus, and so he's in good shape. The rest of us are having to race for positions, but he's got his win locked up. And we got this break started on the second lap. I think it's 4 20-mile laps. And an early break win. I had a teammate in that, Mike McClooney. It was a three-man break. He and uh, Paul was in this break, number 206. So it came back together. Someone countered. I look back. We had a gap, and we're rolling it. There was initially five of us in the break. Um, Paul and what's his name? Drawing a blank. Um, Michael Sayers and myself, and then Blaine Ashley, Thirsty Bear. So there was four of us, along with Christopher Baird, right here from Olympic Club, and we ended up reducing down to four of us. So I think Sayers fell back. I'm not sure what happened there, but here we are coming into kind of this headwind final climb section, and the cat and mouse has started. I think the motor ref before we turned, probably about 8 miles out, said we had like 3.5 minutes. Not sure what he said there, but had good legs in this one. I really would wanted to do well in this race today. I like Bariani. It's the first category 1 2 3 race I've ever raced in. Ended up lucking out. Got in a three-man break in that one a few years ago with Michael Claudio and Christopher Baker from Touchstone, and I was able to get away from them at the top of this little climb here and stay away for the win. But we start rolling pretty slow here, and we're kind of half joking around with each other, like, hey Paul, well if you're done, why don't you just lead out Blaine and I, or you know, hey Christopher, you're 30 plus, you got it in the bag. Why don't you just tow us all in? So we're kind of just farting around here because we've got this little climb coming up here. You'll see. It was pretty windy today, nice and clear, but definitely wind. Um, but we were good in the break. We stayed away for the 40 miles or so, I guess it was, and so this is like I said, just the last 5 miles, or probably 4 miles to go at this point, maybe a little less. I had my gloves on, and I thought I hit the record button, but apparently the front camera didn't record. But I'll post the final lap. I recorded the entire final lap. It's about 50, 51 minutes, something like that long. Um, but I thought this might be a little bit easier to watch, for, unless you want to, you know, sit on your trainer and watch this and get a good workout. I'll get that video in. So there's Paul. Um, he kind of gave the vibe like he was, he's like, hey, we're away, we're good, don't drop me. I don't know if he said don't drop me, but I wasn't sure. I felt like I raced him Baker City stage race last year. I think he's from Oregon, and he's a strong guy. And so I was like, is he just kind of playing possum, or wasn't sure what we were doing, but he kind of gives a little dig here. I jump on and cover it. I mean, it looks like we launched, but we were going, 15 miles an hour, and jumped up to 23 or 4 or whatever. But there's just I mean, it's pretty much a headwind here. It's like, all right, I'll pull through. We're kind of chatting and laughing. This is like the calm before the storm. Definitely not our fastest time through this section of the day. But Blaine's getting some good recovery there. Kind of slow cadence. I think we're all trying to pretend like we weren't hurt, and then when you pull off, you're just kind of, come on, legs. Might need a sprint out of you, or at least to attack up the hill. So 30 plus guys kind of leading us out here. And I think he takes us up the hill. That windmill needed some oil. I can even hear it with the GoPro mic turned down. It was windy, but that thing was just screeching in the wind. I mean, I guess we're putting a good power. I wasn't really paying attention. I thought we were just kind of cat and mousing, but we're. I think I was like 329 normalized for the last this last little bit here, this last 5 miles. We're just kind of noodling through here, though. A little downhill, and then it kind of flattens out. I kind of was tempted. Like, I felt like if I attacked, number one, it's windy, and I wasn't sure if the 30 plus guy was wanting to kind of get the overall, and would he jump on my wheel or drag those guys up to me, or they would definitely, I think, work together um, to bring me back there. No one's going to let me anyone. No one's going to let any one person just kind of ride away. So this was definitely an exercise in patience for me because I don't um, like I don't like to have it come down to the line. Um, but it just kind of needed to, just the way this course is and the wind, and um, I definitely was invested in this break early, and come on, Tucker, pull through. Sorry, Blaine. So we're kind of shaming each other to pull through here. This is good. This is a fun break. These guys are all solid guys, good wheels, and no one was really skipping any poles. We were real cohesive, and it worked. I mean, we held the field off. Talking about trading olive oil for a lead out and whatnot. This is the Bariani is a they get olive oil company, so that's so we're kind of getting close here. We're we're probably 2 miles out now, 3 miles out. So I think it kind of kicks left and then it goes uphill.
We're all a big football tip for you guys.
So here we go up the hill. See the incline starting to, there's 2%, 3%, 4%, 7%, 6%. It kind of flattens out and then it kind of kicks up again. Excuse me, before it tops out. So I think Christopher kind of comes around, yeah, and I kind of take his wheel. And I think I'm seated. I think I stayed seated. I like to just kind of spin seated if I don't have to stand up and climb, especially with the headwind. But I mean, we're putting out watts now. I mean, we're 450, 400. I think there's still a little to be no, yeah, it's still curving around, so we're still on the climb. This is kind of the final kick, 450, 500 watts, 400, whatever. But I'm just, big ring, 53, 28. So there it tops out. And then the wind just kind of blasts you here. But everyone kind of checks up. And then we got a right-hander, and then a little straightaway, and then a left-hander, and then the finish. So I think we're 2K to go right about here. Maybe not quite 2K. So here's the right-hander. And there's some holes on this section of road, some gravel in the road, so. And here's where no one wants to pull here, so we kind of coast it down. I think I go just to kind of see. Sit back up a little bit. I can't tell if Blaine's hurt or if he's fresh. He's got a pretty good poker face. And then Paul kind of, did Paul go? Yeah, kind of, front camera would have been nice, but, oh well, I don't know if it's because I have gloves on or if it has I might have a bad battery in one of my GoPros. I feel like this has happened before. I have two sets of batteries. I gotta figure out which one the bad one is and take it out of rotation. So we're about halfway through this little straightaway before we kick left into kind of a downhill, uphill roller, straight finish. There goes Christopher. Kind of jump on his wheel. I think I even pulled through. I thought maybe. But Blaine just puts in a dig here. He's not. I mean, now we're cruising. 28, 29. So I pull through. I kind of glance back. I'm like, I'm gonna empty my legs before the corner if I try to stretch this out. So. And then we slow back down. And then our 30 plus guy, I think he's just kind of like, all right, I'll lead you guys out. He just was tired of our cat and mouse stuff here. So I think he takes us through this corner. And there's a pretty good, once we make the corner here, there was a right to left crosswind. And they also had this kind of center line thing they actually painted, leading up to the finish, and they were not wanting you to use the left side of the road because it was a kind of an uphill riser and there could be a car coming the other way. Um, I think we're just about to the corner. But yeah, this is just headwind right here. So here's the corner, and I think I kind of jump at like 300 to go, which is kind of far out, but it's kind of a downhill uphill, so you can go a little bit earlier. So here I go, and my plan was to just kind of try to hold the center line, force Blaine to come around me on the other side. I think he kind of got mixed up, and he tried to come around me on the left, and so it wasn't the cleanest sprint. I kind of felt bad, um, but if he's gonna come around, I guess I wouldn't want to give him shelter to do it. I mean, um, it was all good. So, anyways, thanks for watching.